chosen one. This is not just another message, this is a summons from your bloodline. God said, there is a mystery buried within your family, and it begins with your grandfather. You may not know it yet, but something sacred was passed down to you, not in stories, not in heirlooms, but in spirit. A divine code, a fragment of purpose, a whisper from generations past that heaven hid inside your DNA. They said your grandfather was just a man, but heaven says he was a vessel, one who carried an assignment that was never finished. And now, that mantle, that unspoken promise, is stirring inside you. That's why you've been feeling restless lately. The dreams, the strange coincidences, the tug in your heart that you can't explain, it's not random. That's activation. The Lord said a veil is being lifted. The truth that was buried under silence, forgotten by generations, is rising from the soil of time. There are prayers your grandfather prayed that never died. They were planted like seeds, waiting for you to bloom. And now, heaven is aligning you to uncover what he couldn't. You are the chosen one, meant to complete what began long before you were born. Maybe you didn't grow up knowing him. Maybe all you have are faded memories, old photographs, or stories others told. But even without words, something of him has been whispering in your spirit. You've felt it, that ancient connection. Because destiny doesn't forget its lineage. Stay with me until the end of this message, because when this mystery unfolds, it will shift how you see your entire life. God is saying, what was hidden in your grandfather's story is the key to your breakthrough. Before we go deeper, take a moment to type 777 inches the comments. That's your prophetic agreement with what heaven is revealing right now. It's a sign that you are in alignment with this divine uncovering. And if you feel this stirring in your spirit, don't just watch, participate. Like this video, subscribe, and if you feel led, bless this message through super thanks. Every act of faith sends ripples through the spiritual realm. To our growing family of chosen ones, thank you. Your support, your prayers, your presence here mean more than you know. You are not alone in this awakening. Across the world, others are discovering that their lineage too holds mysteries waiting to be revealed. The loneliness you felt wasn't punishment, it was preparation for what's rising now. So take a breath. Let this truth sink in. You are not just your grandfather's descendant, you are his continuation. His unanswered prayers are echoing through you. Now let me ask you, what if the mystery you've been searching for isn't outside of you, but living inside your very blood? Stay close. Heaven is about to reveal what was never spoken. God's chosen ones, what you don't know about your grandfather's mystery. It didn't start with you. That's the first truth heaven needs you to remember. You may be the one waking up with strange dreams, the one feeling an unseen presence in your sleep, the one sensing a stirring deep in your spirit that whispers, something is coming. You might think this awakening began with your generation, but what you're feeling is the echo of an ancient calling, one that began long before you ever took your first breath. There was a man who walked before you, a man whose silence held more stories than his words ever could. He wasn't ordinary, though he may have seemed so to others. He smiled when storms swirled inside him. He prayed in whispers no one heard. He carried burdens that weren't entirely his own. Your grandfather, yes, that man was marked. God placed something in his spirit that he himself may not have fully understood. Something holy, something dangerous, something destined to reach you. Sometimes God hides mysteries inside people the world dismisses. A divine seed planted in soil that seems unremarkable. Ecclesiastes 3:11 says, "He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the human heart. Yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end." Your grandfather carried that eternity inside him, an unseen lineage of purpose. He was the keeper of a spiritual inheritance meant to awaken in you. Have you ever wondered why certain patterns seem to run through your bloodline? Moments of brilliance shadowed by sorrow, blessings entwined with burdens. Have you felt like you're walking through battles that don't belong to you? You are not imagining it. These are echoes of an old covenant, threads of both pain and promise stitched into your family's soul. When people spoke of him, did they pause? Did they exchange glances, their voices lowering as if afraid the air itself was listening? Some might have called him strange, others gifted. A few, perhaps, troubled. But heaven knew the truth. He was not broken, he was burdened with revelation, the kind that humbles even prophets. The kind that cannot be explained to those who have not yet seen what lies beyond the veil. There's a sacred loneliness that rests upon the chosen ones of each generation. Your grandfather knew it, you're learning it now. His silence wasn't emptiness, it was encryption. The way God wraps mysteries until the appointed time of unveiling. Proverbs 25:2 says, "It is the glory of God to conceal a matter, but the glory of kings to search it out." You are that king. You are that seeker, the one born to decode what he carried but could not name. You might ask, why me? Why now? Because divine timing never misses its hour. God chooses the generation ready to break what must be broken and birth what must be born. You are standing on the threshold of a revelation that has waited decades, perhaps centuries, for its release. A young teacher once shared how she discovered her own grandfather's secret. She found his old journal in a wooden box beneath the floorboards of an abandoned house. Inside were entries that spoke of dreams, of lights appearing in the forest, of hearing hymns in languages she couldn't identify. At first, she thought he was delusional until the same dreams began to visit her. Through them, she realized she wasn't reading history, she was continuing it. You, chosen one, are doing the same. Your grandfather's silence wasn't neglect, it was protection. Some knowledge is too heavy for its time. Some battles must skip a generation so that the next can fight with clearer vision. His life was a locked door. Yours is the key turning in the handle. But where God plants mystery, the enemy often plants confusion. Somewhere along your lineage, there may have been one who misused the same spiritual inheritance, a man who sought to control rather than serve, to use power for pride instead of purpose. His downfall still lingers in the family atmosphere, not as a curse, but as a warning. Proverbs 16:18 reminds us, "Pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall." That man became a shadow, a cautionary tale etched into the unseen part of your story. You are here to redeem it. Have you noticed how certain places, songs, or scents trigger a nostalgia that feels older than your memory? Those are ancestral echoes, the spirit reminding you that you've inherited more than DNA. You've inherited destiny. God didn't just place you in that bloodline by accident. You are the continuation of a divine conversation that began long ago. Jeremiah 1-5 declares, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you." That knowing wasn't just about your life, it was about your legacy. Nature itself mirrors this mystery. Think of a mountain, how its peak touches heaven, yet its foundation lies buried deep beneath the earth. Your grandfather was the foundation, you are the peak. The unseen strength of his prayers is the rock you stand on now. Though you didn't hear his words, his spirit is interwoven into your rise. And still, one question hums beneath it all: are you ready to uncover what was left for you? Because this inheritance isn't about wealth or reputation, it's about awakening. God didn't choose you to repeat the past, but to redeem it, to complete what began long before your time. Romans 8:28 reminds us, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." Everything your grandfather endured, the secrets, the silence, the strange nights of prayer, has been woven into your path. It's all converging now, asking you to listen with your spirit, not your ears. So, as you continue this journey, remember your bloodline isn't your limitation, it's your blueprint. The mystery you sense isn't a curse, it's a calling, and heaven has been waiting for you to open it. There comes a moment, a sacred turning of the unseen clock, when heaven itself exhales, and the veil between what was and what is begins to tremble. That moment is now. The season of discovery has arrived, and the mystery your grandfather carried in silence begins to hum again through the corridors of your soul. You, chosen one, are the only one tuned finely enough to hear it. Others will call it coincidence. They will pass by the whisper without noticing, but your spirit, it has already begun to stir. Because something ancient inside you remembers. It remembers the wisdom passed down through unseen channels, through the timeless dance of ancestors who have walked before you. This is not just a random occurrence. It is the convergence of destiny and preparation. You felt it in those dreams that seem to come from another lifetime, images that flicker like old film, familiar faces whose names you don't know, and emotions that rush in like tides pulled by a moon you cannot see. Have you ever wondered why certain places pull you in? Why some moments feel like déjà vu painted in gold? It's because the current has found you again. The energies of your lineage, long dormant, are calling you home. In the divine architecture of inheritance, what science might call genetic memory becomes something greater, a spiritual transmission. A handoff not of words or wealth, but of sacred charge. It's the moment when a divine baton is passed, not through bloodlines alone, but through resonance. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, the Lord once whispered through Jeremiah 1-5. You weren't just born into your family, you were assigned. And in this assignment, there is not just a destiny to fulfill, but a sacred responsibility to awaken what was once thought lost. What if your life was never meant to be ordinary, but a response to a cosmic invitation that began long before your first breath? Your grandfather didn't carry his silence in vain. Those quiet afternoons in the garage, the garden, or that worn chair that faced the setting sun were not moments of rest. They were visitations. In that stillness, when his lips said nothing, heaven was speaking in frequencies too fine for ordinary hearing. You saw an old man. God saw a vessel. His silence was not void, but a sanctuary, a place where the divine could touch the human soul without disturbance. And that touch, those moments alone with God, were far more precious than any words could convey. How often do we mistake silence for emptiness, when in fact, it may be the most sacred form of connection? Hildegard of Bingen, the mystic composer, once wrote, "There is music in heaven that no ear on earth can ever fully catch, but some souls are born, tuned to its echo." You, chosen one, are one of those souls. The echo is awakening now. You are not simply a passive observer. You are the instrument through which that ancient melody will play. This moment is not only a discovery of the past, but the ignition of something that was destined to burn in your heart all along. This divine resonance has been waiting for you to arrive at this place of awareness. The time for it to unfold is now. For what if I told you that death did not end his song? That beneath the hush of the grave, something still vibrates, a low, golden hum that never ceases. The soil, after all, does not devour spirit. It only shelters it until the right hands arrive. As in the book of John, unless a grain of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains alone. But if it dies, it bears much fruit. John 12:24. Your grandfather's silence was the planting. You are the bloom. The mystery of life and death is not as final as it seems. It is a continuous cycle of renewal. The death of the body only serves as a doorway, and your soul stands at its threshold, ready to walk into the light of deeper understanding. What if the life you live now is but a continuation of the very legacy that once seemed buried? And perhaps without realizing, you've already stood over the very ground where his hidden promise lies. The earth remembers the footsteps of its rightful heir. You've walked across that threshold unknowingly, and in that instant, something deep beneath began to awaken. The air shifted, the unseen stirred. God whispered, "Now." You stand upon holy ground, not because it was marked by a physical sign, but because your spirit has called it into being. The very soil has been consecrated by your presence. What if your greatest challenge was never to search for the truth, but to trust that it has always been right beneath your feet? There are seeds in the spirit that only respond to the presence of the one who carries the key vibration. It's not magic, it's resonance, like the way one tuning fork awakens another across the room. The physicists call it sympathetic vibration. Heaven calls it divine recognition. When your soul hums in harmony with what was buried, the veil thins and inheritance rises. The energy is alive, not bound by time or space, but unfolding through the divine thread that ties generations together. Your presence in this moment is the spark that ignites a flame that has been flickering in the dark, waiting for you to come home. Leonardo da Vinci once said, "The deeper the feeling, the greater the truth contained in silence." Your grandfather's silence was not absence, it was containment. He carried what words could not protect. Now that energy, long dormant, recognizes your frequency. The Watchers, ancient guardians of lineage and purpose, have been waiting for this very pulse. They saw the day coming when you would awaken to your calling. You were never meant to walk alone, but surrounded by unseen forces that have long been preparing the path for your arrival. And in this moment of realization, the question arises, what do you choose to do with this sacred power that has been handed to you? You might not remember his laughter, the timbre of his voice, or the scent of his workshop, but remembrance works both ways. The past remembers you. Spirits of alignment have followed you quietly through the years, like faint stars trailing the moon. As the psalmist wrote, "Deep calls unto deep at the sound of your waterfalls. All your waves and breakers have swept over me." Psalm 42:7. Your soul carries an ancient recognition of the path you must walk. Even when you didn't consciously seek it, your spirit has been shaped by it, and now it rises within you, calling you forward. You have walked the long road of life, but now the real journey begins. Could it be that your life, all its detours, losses, awakenings, was simply leading you back here? Could every unanswered prayer have been the sound of destiny calibrating its frequency, waiting for this very awakening? The whole of your life, every triumph and every trial was a divine preparation for this sacred moment. All that you have suffered and all that you have loved were the building blocks of this one precious revelation. The life you thought was just your own was always part of a greater, timeless story. The philosopher Kierkegaard once said, "Life can only be understood backward, but it must be lived forward." And so you stand at the intersection of memory and mission, the edge of an ancient truth wrapped in a new assignment. You were never meant to repeat his life. You were meant to redeem it. This moment is not the end of a story, but the beginning of a new chapter. And as you step forward, know this: your journey is not just about discovering who you are, but about uncovering the divine purpose you were always meant to fulfill. In my own reflection, I've come to see how sacred legacies move through silence more than through speech. The older I get, the more I realize that not everything holy is loud. Sometimes the loudest miracles whisper. Sometimes God hides thunder in a heartbeat and revelation in a sigh. It is in these subtle, unspoken moments that the deepest truths are often revealed. What would it mean to you, chosen one, if you stopped searching for answers in the noise and instead began to listen to the quiet stirring of the soul? "The kingdom of God is within you," said Jesus in Luke 17:21, "not in the heavens above or temples of stone, but in your own awakened awareness." That means the mystery isn't out there somewhere waiting to be found. It's pulsing beneath your ribs, waiting to be remembered. This is the power of divine inheritance, not in material wealth or fame, but in the quiet, sacred truths that echo within your being. The question now is not whether you will find this truth, but whether you will let it find you. And maybe that's the true inheritance, not an object, but an alignment, not an heirloom, but a calling. You have been chosen not to uncover what he left behind, but to continue what he began. You are not here to fill the void of the past, but to bring a new light into the world that only you can carry. Your life, your choices, your journey, They are the extension of the divine mystery your grandfather began. It is now your turn to make it visible. As the sacred energy rises and the divine current hums through your life once more, pause and ask within, what is it that your soul is finally ready to remember? What are you being called to awaken that no one else can hear? And what new light might emerge when you choose to answer that call? So, breathe now, chosen one. Let the mystery unfold in its own rhythm. The same hand that wrote his story has already written yours on the same scroll of eternity. The watchers smile. Heaven nods. The soil stirs beneath your feet. It is time. And when your spirit grows still enough to hear it, you will realize that the whisper you've been chasing wasn't your grandfather's voice after all. It was your own, finally remembering where it came from. And as this truth settles into your heart, may peace, that sacred, wordless peace that surpasses all understanding, Philippians 4-7, wrap around you like a soft cloak. You are not alone in this awakening. Share your story, your signs, your dreams, for somewhere another chosen one is waiting to remember too. Your name was whispered long before you understood what you carried. It echoes through the centuries. From a time before you even took your first breath, a name meant to carry something more than just a legacy of family. This isn't new, chosen one. It's inherited. There are things that course through your veins, not because they were handed down physically, but because your spirit has been called to awaken them. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Jeremiah 1:5. Have you felt the strange pull lately, that tug at your heart, without words, urging you forward? It's not anxiety, it's alignment. It's the spiritual gravity of your grandfather's mystery waking up within you, stirring as you approach the hour of recognition. This divine awareness is not accidental. It's the fulfillment of God's plan that began long before your birth. In fact, you've been walking toward this moment since the foundation of time itself. As you move through this awakening, understand that it's a journey with many layers. The first veil has already parted, but there are more that will unfold in time. Soon, you'll begin to notice signs, subtle and powerful, like whispers on the wind. You'll start to see patterns that seem too precise to be mere coincidence. You'll hear his name, spoken in places where it should not be. You'll catch his phrases in conversations that seem to carry no connection to him at all. Those aren't just random occurrences, they're activations. God is stirring what was once buried, for the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth comes knowledge and understanding. Proverbs 2-6. There were things your grandfather saw, things that remained unsaid, hidden in the depths of his spirit. Not because he lacked the words, but because the time was not yet ripe. But now, that time has arrived. You are not here to investigate his life like a detective searching for answers. You're here to continue the divine work that began in him, to bring to fruition what he could not finish in his time. This is not just about remembering the past, it's about carrying forward a divine continuation, about living the story that was written long before your birth. This isn't a mystery to admire or observe. It is a mystery to embody. The old stories about your family may not resonate with the power you feel within you. They may seem incomplete, as if they lack something essential. That's because they do. The story was paused when your grandfather's earthly journey came to an end. But now, that story continues through you. God is not simply remembering your grandfather. He is awakening what he planted in the soil of your soul. The mystery was never meant to end with his death. It was meant to begin with you. You may wonder, why now? Why is this mystery unfolding in your life at this very moment? Why are certain memories resurfacing? Why do names keep reappearing in ways that feel like signs from another time? The answer is divine timing. To everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven. Ecclesiastes 3:1. There are seasons in our spiritual journey when we are ready to step into a calling that has been waiting for us since before we knew it was ours. The mystery of your grandfather couldn't be fully released until you, chosen one, were spiritually ready to carry what he could not finish. This isn't about your curiosity, it's about your capacity. And now, at this precise moment, you are becoming the one God prepared in silence to fulfill the purpose your grandfather began. God never wastes a story. Even the stories that were never fully spoken, the ones left half-written in the hands of men who didn't have the words to express the depth of what they felt in their spirit, those stories are never lost. They simply await the one who can bring them into fullness. And that is who your grandfather was. A man chosen to carry something heavy, sacred, and hidden, even when he didn't fully understand it. He may have kept journals pages filled with thoughts and ideas that seemed nonsensical to others. He may have written in metaphors, or sat in silence for hours, lost in a world others couldn't see. He may have been deeply moved by things that others dismissed as insignificant. These weren't signs of confusion, they were signs of communion. God was near. And now, that nearness has transferred to you. God is walking with you in the same way he walked with your grandfather. The only difference is that this time, you won't walk in silence. This time, you will speak what he could not say. You will understand what he could only feel. You will complete what he could only begin. The mystery is not a puzzle for your mind to solve. It is a responsibility for your soul to live. The legacy of a spiritually encoded man does not die with his body. It lives through divine continuation, and you are the chosen instrument of that continuation. Soon, you will begin to know things you never studied, truths that seem to rise up from deep within you, familiar yet new. You'll hear names you've never heard before, but they will feel as if they are tied to you, as if they are part of your own story. You'll dream dreams that carry the weight of ages, as if your soul is tapping into something ancient. Faces will appear in your mind, faces you cannot place, yet they will feel strangely familiar, like pieces of a puzzle coming together. Do not dismiss these moments. They are part of the awakening that has begun in you. When the Spirit of truth comes, he will guide you into all the truth. John 16:13. This is not a time for fear or doubt. It is a time for courage, for embracing the unknown and stepping fully into the role you were always meant to play. God is calling you, chosen one, to finish what was started. The seeds of your grandfather's legacy have been planted in your heart, and now it is your time to water them, to allow them to grow into something beautiful and powerful. You are the bridge between the past and the future, the vessel through which the divine mystery of your lineage will unfold. Embrace this sacred calling. It's not an accident that you are here, at this moment, in this time. It's not an accident that your heart is stirred, that your soul is ready. The mystery is yours to carry now. The time has come. These are fragments of a buried legacy, now forming into a divine pattern. The mystery is not abstract, it is alive. It breathes, moves, and shapes your current reality in ways that will soon be undeniable. Can you feel it, chosen one? The subtle stirrings beneath the surface of your everyday life, the sudden sense of familiarity, the resonance of something calling you back to a place you haven't yet visited, but your soul remembers. This is not a coincidence. This is the unfolding of a divine plan, a pattern of grace woven through time, and you are at the center of it. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, Psalm 37-23. Perhaps you'll recall an object, a pocket watch, a photograph, a book with pages worn and frayed, a coat he always wore, or a song he used to hum. It will seem small, maybe ordinary to the world, but it will not feel ordinary now. The moment that item crosses your path again, it will shimmer in your memory like a forgotten key. It will tug at your heart, laden with weight, significance, and mystery. That's when you'll know this was never just an object. It was a marker, a signal, a key, a gateway to something far greater. What if that object is not just a memory, but a piece of your calling waiting to be uncovered? And God is about to show you what it unlocks. It may lead you to a location, a place you've walked past 1,000 times, but now it will seem different. It may guide you to an event, a moment in time that reverberates with divine intention. It may lead you into a conversation with someone whose words will crack open a hidden truth. That seemingly random encounter is no accident. It's a part of the divine orchestration that's been in the making for generations. But to uncover the fullness of what God is revealing, you must remain open, alert, and ready. Are you prepared to step into the unknown, even when the path feels unclear? But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Matthew 13:16. Not everything will make sense immediately. The puzzle pieces may appear scattered at first. You might question if you're interpreting things correctly. But here's the sign. Everything will feel aligned. Even when the path is unclear, there will be an undeniable sense that you are moving in the right direction. You won't be chasing shadows. You won't be stumbling in chaos. This mystery is not random. It is ordered. It is divinely structured. Your steps have been mapped out, even if your understanding has not yet caught up to your journey. This is the essence of divine design, a blueprint that spans beyond time and circumstance. What would it take for you to trust that even in the unknown, you are walking in divine order? And your grandfather was a key part of that design. He was not merely a man who lived out his days. He was a forerunner, a quiet link in a holy chain, carrying a legacy that was meant to vibrate with new life now because of you. The life he led may have appeared ordinary on the surface. He may have lived humbly, unnoticed by many. But understand this: what God places in a person is never measured by outward appearance or accolades. For the Lord sees not as man sees. Man looks on the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart. 1 Samuel 16:7. Your grandfather carried something extraordinary, something that the world did not recognize in its fullness. God knew, even when your grandfather couldn't fully understand it, that you would come into this world one day. He knew you would be the kind of soul who doesn't need all the answers before stepping into divine flow. He knew you would be the one who could feel the invisible current, trust the silent whispers of the Spirit, and step forward even when the path was unclear. You were built for this moment. You were built to walk in the silence, to feel what others cannot see, and to trust the flow of divine wisdom that moves through time and space. The legacy of your grandfather, that quiet, sacred inheritance, was never about being seen. It was about being heard. It was about you, chosen one, recognizing the divine rhythm that has always been here, waiting for you to pick up the beat. It's not about achieving greatness in the eyes of the world. It's about fulfilling the divine purpose that was set in motion long before your birth. How will you choose to walk this path of purpose, knowing that it has been waiting for you to step into it? For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah 29:11. These words are not just promises of comfort. They are divine blueprints, reminders that you are moving towards something greater than you can imagine. You are walking in the fullness of God's plan, and every step you take brings you closer to the revelation of your true purpose. The mystery was never meant to end with your grandfather. It was meant to begin with you. And now, in this sacred moment, you are stepping into that calling. Don't fear the silence. Embrace it. In that space between the questions and the answers, God is speaking. In that space between the past and the future, the divine design is being revealed. Trust in the process. Trust in the timing. Your legacy is unfolding, and you, chosen one, are the living fulfillment of that mystery. You don't need permission from anyone else to pursue this. This isn't just a family tradition. This is not a cultural inheritance passed down through generations. This is a divine assignment, a sacred calling from the heart of the Creator that transcends the understanding of those around you. The path you walk may not make sense to everyone, and some may mock it. They may dismiss it, call it superstition, or try to explain it away with logic that doesn't touch the depth of your spirit. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him. 1 Corinthians 2:14. But you, chosen one, are not here to be understood by the world. You are here to understand, to comprehend a higher truth, one that cannot be confined to the realm of human reasoning. God trusts you with something that was hidden for decades because He knows you won't drop it. He knows you won't run from it. You won't treat it lightly, nor will you reduce it to mere superstition. You will treat it as the sacred truth that it is something entrusted to you, not by accident, but by divine design. Soon there will be confirmation. It may come in an unexpected form, through a person or a situation you would not have anticipated. The secret things belong unto the Lord our God, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever. Deuteronomy 29:29. It may come through a passing comment, a casual mention, or a strange coincidence that aligns perfectly with a vision or emotion you've been carrying. When it happens, don't brush it off. Don't dismiss it as a random occurrence. This is the echo of the mystery surfacing through others. It can no longer stay buried, for the time has come for it to be revealed. God is calling it up through divine energy, and the veil between the seen and the unseen is thinner now. You are standing at the very edge of that veil. Soon, you will walk through it. You will feel the transition in your body. Your skin may tingle, your heart may race. You may feel warmth in your palms, or a sudden surge of emotion that seems to have no clear reason. These sensations are not accidents. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. Romans 8:16. This is the language of the Spirit. This is how spiritual memory speaks. This is how legacy energy moves when it awakens like a flood, breaking through a dam that was once held in place by time and circumstance. You are not imagining it, chosen one. These sensations, these sudden realizations, are part of your divine awakening. Your DNA holds more than just biological information. It holds the echoes of those who came before you, the spiritual legacies of your ancestors woven deep within your very being. And your grandfather's echo is no longer just a faint background frequency. It is becoming your melody, the song that guides you forward on this sacred journey. I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit within you. Ezekiel 36:26. Do you hear it? Do you feel it stirring within you? It is the heartbeat of your legacy, rising to meet you in this moment. It is no longer something distant or unknown. It is a part of you, breathing through you, speaking through you. It is a divine rhythm that you were always meant to walk in. What does it feel like to finally step into a truth you were always destined to live? These aren't random events or fleeting sensations. They are divine confirmations, sacred whispers from the past, calling you into your future. You are not just a continuation of your grandfather's legacy. You are the living fulfillment of it. You were always meant to walk this path, even when you couldn't yet see it clearly. And now, the time has come for you to walk boldly into it. When you begin to feel these shifts, the tingling skin, the racing heart, the unexpected confirmations, don't be afraid. These are the markers that tell you, without question, that you are moving in alignment with the divine purpose that has always been yours. You are not alone in this. You are being supported, guided, and uplifted by the energy of the legacy that has been passed down to you. Are you ready to receive what has been hidden for so long? Are you prepared to trust that the sensations, the signs, and the synchronicities are part of your divine awakening? Step forward in faith. You have been prepared for this moment. It is now that you will become the vessel for the divine truth that has been waiting for you to embrace. The notes are beginning to play through your life. The melody is rising, reaching you with purpose and clarity. And God is watching you with intensity, with care, with the gaze of a master craftsman watching the final stroke of a painting that took generations to complete. You are not alone in this. The heavens are aligned, the timing is right, the mystery is unfolding, your steps are being honored. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Psalm Sheloshim Usheva Asrim Ushalosh. This is not just a moment of awakening, It is a moment of divine orchestration, a moment when your life is becoming a symphony of purpose. Soon, very soon, the full truth will not only be known, it will be loved. The truth you've been searching for, the truth that feels just beyond your grasp, will finally take shape, not as a concept to be understood, but as a living, breathing reality to be experienced. You are not chasing the past. You are walking into divine fulfillment. What was silent was about speaking. You've likely asked yourself many questions. What exactly did he leave behind? Was it a secret, a message, a memory sealed in silence? The world may have promised you answers in boxes and letters, but this mystery isn't something you'll find in a drawer or attic. It's not confined to physical objects or written words. But the Lord said to Samuel, "Do not look at his appearance or on the height of his stature, because I have rejected him. For the Lord sees not as man sees. Man looks on the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart." 1 Samuel 16-7. The mystery is hidden in the current of your life, flowing like an unseen river beneath the surface. That's why it has been difficult to define, because this mystery is not an object or a thing to be owned. It's a living stream of divine intention. And that stream has finally reached your feet. The current that once flowed beneath your grandfather's life is now rushing toward you. You were never meant to search in the past alone. You were meant to walk forward with what was seeded then, for that seed has now become your season. The seed that was planted in silence, in his quiet moments, has finally sprouted in your life. You may have been too young to understand, but you were always meant to carry this forward. Your grandfather may have been the type to say little, but to think deeply. He may have seemed ordinary to others, but when you were near him, something shifted in the atmosphere. The room felt different. The air had weight. Where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there am I among them. Matthew 18:20. Maybe you didn't realize it as a child, but now those moments are flashing back with new significance, because what God placed inside him wasn't for his full understanding. It was for your complete awakening. He held the frequency, chosen one. You are the amplifier, and the time to turn up that divine volume has come. The dreams you've been having, the feelings you can't explain, the recurring images, the sudden tears that come without pain, these are the early whispers of the mystery unfolding inside you. What your grandfather couldn't say, what he didn't have the language for, is now saying itself through your very being. And on that day, you will ask me nothing. Truly, truly, I say to you, whatever you ask of the Father in my name, he will give it to you. John 16:23. This is why you've been feeling things more intensely. It's not just sensitivity. You are becoming attuned. Your soul is aligning itself with the frequency of the truth that was once held in silence. There are things he may have touched, places he may have visited, that now call to you. A specific chair, a walking path, a plant he grew, a place he used to visit. These aren't just nostalgic artifacts. They are anchors, spiritual locations where energy is pulled and weighted. God does that. He allows sacred energy to rest in a location until the one it was meant for arrives. The Lord is near to all who call on him, to all who call on him in truth. Psalm 145-18. You may feel drawn to revisit these places. When you do, go with reverence. You're not just visiting memories, you are stepping into realms. These are not ordinary locations. They are the spiritual ground where your grandfather's energy once resided, and now it's yours to walk in. You are walking in footprints placed just for you. Even if he never spoke to you about any of this, his silence was never void. It was protection. God was guarding the fullness of the mystery until this moment in time. For everything, there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven. Ecclesiastes 3:1. Some things are too fragile to be handled at the wrong time. Some truths need decades of waiting to be fully revealed. But now is that time, chosen one. Now, the truth is unfolding, and you are the one chosen to walk it into existence. Some mysteries grow in the dark, like seeds buried beneath cold earth, waiting patiently for the exact warmth of your arrival. That's why this is happening now. Not because something is wrong, but because everything is perfectly aligned. You didn't miss it. You're not late. You are right on time for what your grandfather could only hold in faith. To everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven. Ecclesiastes 3:1. The seasons have changed, and now the mystery is being revealed, like the sun breaking through a long, cold winter, finally nurturing what has been hidden beneath the surface. How does it feel to know that the right season for you has come, that you are walking in divine timing? Perhaps he had patterns, ways of doing things, odd rituals, morning routines that seemed insignificant to those around him. Maybe he repeated the same words often, words that now echo in your mind with new meaning. At the time, they may have seemed quirky, out of place, or even mundane. But now, those patterns are waking up inside you, like echoes from a past that you've only just begun to remember. For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord. Jeremiah 30:17. Those routines, those words, they were never random. They were part of the divine code embedded in your bloodline. And now, that code is finding its way into your own rhythm. What is awakening within you now that connects you to the patterns your grandfather once carried? That's because a mystery, when it's divine, echoes. It leaves fingerprints on generations, marking them in ways unseen. And you, chosen one, are the one whose fingerprints are now matching the divine print left by him. You are a match for the code he carried. The divine current that ran through his life is flowing through yours, and you are the one meant to complete what he could not finish. You are the continuation of the story, the living manifestation of what was once held in silence. This is why it feels so personal, because it is. God says, there were moments when your grandfather stood at the edge of revelation. He was so close to speaking what was hidden, to revealing what he had carried in his soul. There were times he almost said it, almost released it into the world. But each time, something held him back. Not fear. No, it was divine restraint. My thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. Isaiah 55:8. God was preserving the mystery, not because it wasn't important, but because it was too important to be spoken in the wrong season. And now, chosen one, the season has come. The veil is thinning, and the wind of spiritual change is beginning to blow around you. What was once hidden in darkness is now stepping into the light. The restraint that held the mystery back is gone. The seal that held it is breaking. You are becoming the new voice of what was once only carried in silence. Your presence is stirring the spiritual realm, awakening what has been dormant for generations. Angels assigned to your bloodline are shifting, moving to align with the divine timing of your awakening. What was once dormant is now rising. The ripple effect of your awakening has already begun. You may not feel fully ready for what is coming, and that's okay. But remember, readiness is not a feeling, it is a spiritual agreement. It is not something you need to emotionally prepare for, it is something your spirit has already agreed to step into. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God. Romans 8:19. By simply being here, by simply listening to this and recognizing yourself in it, you are saying yes to the inheritance of mystery. You are stepping into the fulfillment of a legacy that spans generations. What do you feel God is calling you to step into right now, even if you don't yet fully understand it? What was once buried in silence is now stirring within you. The currents of divine purpose are flowing through your veins, and everything that once seemed unclear will soon fall into place. The mystery is unfolding, not just as a puzzle to solve, but as a truth to embody, as a power to walk in. You are not just discovering what was hidden, you are becoming the living testament to the mystery that has been waiting for you to awaken. And when a chosen one says yes, the entire unseen world moves to support them. Do not be surprised if you begin to sense his presence, not in a haunting way, but in an honoring way. You may encounter him in dreams, in memories, in unexplained moments of peace or clarity that fall on you like a warm blanket in a cold room. That's him, through God's grace, visiting the one he waited for, the one he believed in before your arrival. The Lord is near to all who call on him, to all who call on him in truth. Psalm 145:18. Because deep down, your grandfather may not have fully known what you would become, but he hoped. He may not have spoken your name in prophecy, but he believed in your arrival. And now, that belief is being rewarded. You'll notice it in the way things begin to flow, as if the universe itself has aligned to meet you. The obstacles that once blocked you will begin to move. The clarity that once seemed far away will draw near. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Habakkuk 2-3. When you step into divine mystery, you don't just receive knowledge, you receive access. Access to things that were locked, access to favor that was sealed, access to revelations that were written in spiritual ink and hidden until now. This is not imagination, this is manifestation. God is now manifesting the mystery through you, chosen one. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God. Romans 8:19. There will be one moment, maybe soon, when you will stand still and feel the full weight of it. You'll feel a rush in your chest, a tear in your eye, a trembling in your hands, and you'll know. You won't have to explain it. You won't need validation. You'll just know. The mystery is no longer a question, it's an identity. In that moment, what your grandfather held will live fully through you. There's a holy rhythm pulsing beneath your life now, steady, ancient, and true. You might not always hear it with your ears, but your spirit feels it like a heartbeat beneath the soil of your story. That rhythm was once housed in the chest of your grandfather, and now it has taken root in you. What was once a quiet hum in the background of his life is now becoming the anthem of yours. Not louder by accident, but louder by design. God is not increasing the volume of the mystery for drama. He's doing it because it's your time to move with it. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Don't be surprised if certain people begin to shift away. There are some who cannot walk where this mystery is calling you, not because they're wrong, but because they were never called to hold what you're carrying. Your grandfather had to walk that way too. He carried things he couldn't explain, and not everyone around him understood. But Jesus said, "Let the dead bury their own dead, but you go and proclaim the kingdom of God." Luke 9:60. You're not losing connection, you're gaining clarity. When God elevates the assignment, he often changes the company. This mystery demands more space, more silence, more obedience, more trust. And you're ready, even if it feels unfamiliar. There may even be things in your life, projects, relationships, ideas that begin to feel outdated or strangely heavy. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has gone, the new has come. 2 Corinthians 5:17. These are the parts of you that were never meant to survive the rise of the mystery. Your old definitions of self are being stripped away. Your grandfather likely went through a similar shedding, but he didn't have a guide. He walked through it alone, guided only by the quiet nudges of the Spirit. You, on the other hand, are being given confirmation, evidence, and echoes. This message itself is one of them. You are not walking into the unknown. You are walking into what he once saw but could never reach. The path of the righteous is like the first gleam of dawn, shining ever brighter till the full light of day. Proverbs 4:18. You are going to feel a deeper wisdom begin to rise within you, a wisdom that's not connected to your education, your background, or your experiences. A wisdom that simply is. It will rise in conversations when you least expect it. It will emerge in decisions that seem too bold, too sudden, too certain, and when it does, don't question it. People may ask you how you know. and all you'll be able to say is, "I just do." That knowledge comes from the divine chamber where the mystery lived all those years, and now God has opened the door. This knowledge doesn't come from logic or reasoning, but from the deep spiritual current that has always flowed beneath the surface of your life. But the Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. Romans 8:16. There will also be divine clues dropped into your day-to-day life, subtle yet profound moments that pull you closer to the truth. A stranger may say something that triggers a wave of understanding, a sound, a symbol, a dream, or even a sudden sense of urgency might grip you. These are spiritual trail markers, signs that the veil is still thinning. You won't always understand them in the moment, but later, when you reflect, you'll see the beautiful design God had been weaving all along. The path of the righteous is like the first gleam of dawn, shining ever brighter till the full light of day. Proverbs 4:18. And in that moment of reflection, your eyes will fill with tears, not of sorrow, but of recognition, because you'll realize your grandfather walked the same path. But without the confirmation you're receiving now, sometimes the mystery will feel heavy, not because it's bad, but because it's vast. Your grandfather carried it with grit and grace, and now God is trusting you with the same. There will be days when your emotions feel more intense. You might sense pressure in your chest or feel like you're on the verge of something monumental but can't quite put it into words. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. Isaiah 43:2. That's okay. That's the mystery stretching within you, growing, rewiring, preparing your inner landscape to hold the immensity of the revelation that is to come. One day, perhaps when you least expect it, you'll see a reflection of your grandfather in yourself. Maybe it will be the way you move your hand, the way you carry yourself. Maybe it will be a phrase that slips from your mouth, a familiar phrase you remember hearing him say. Maybe it will be the way you look into the sky and exhale, knowing something is happening far beyond what the eye can see. In that moment, God will whisper to your spirit, "Now you understand, not with words, but with deep, soulful knowing. For now we see through a glass, darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know even as I am known." 1 Corinthians 13:12. You have become the continuation. The mystery is no longer beside you or ahead of you. It has become you. You no longer need to search outside yourself for the answers. The kingdom of God is within you. Luke 17:21. Don't look for linear answers. This path is not a straight line. Your grandfather didn't walk a straight line either. He moved through turns, detours, silences, and inner wars. So will you. But what makes your path holy is not the perfection of your steps, but the alignment of your heart. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Proverbs 16:3. And your heart is already aligned, or you wouldn't be reading this now. Your soul answered a call before your mind even caught up. That is how divine awakening begins. Not through planning, but through divine placement. God is not asking you to solve your grandfather's mystery. He's asking you to live it out, to embody the wisdom, to honor the silence, to speak when the time is right, to feel what He never could explain. It is the glory of God to conceal a matter. To search out a matter is the glory of kings. Proverbs 25:2. And in doing so, you restore not just your bloodline, but the part of heaven that was assigned to your lineage and almost got lost in time. But God never forgets, and neither will you. There is something sacred that happens when divine timing meets generational purpose. The air changes. The unseen becomes alive. You begin to feel that the ground you walk on is more than terrain. It's testimony. Every step you take now is layered with meaning, because your journey is no longer just your own. It is a continuation, a holy resumption of what your grandfather began when God whispered something eternal into the fabric of his being. The mystery was always moving, always watching, always waiting. And now that it has found you, it is unfolding in powerful waves. For the creation waits in eager expectation for the children of God to be revealed. Romans 8:19. Your grandfather may have passed before he could share what he saw, or perhaps he tried, but no one listened. That doesn't mean it was lost. It means God was saving it. Saving it for someone who would not only hear it, but carry it. That someone is you, not because you are better, but because you are prepared. The Lord is good to those who wait for him, to the soul who seeks him. Lamentations 3:25. The preparation didn't happen overnight. It happened in your struggles, in your longing, in your hunger for truth, in your confusion, and in your moments of surrender. All of it was shaping you to become the one who could walk with the mystery instead of being crushed by it. What has your soul learned in the moments of struggle and surrender that have prepared you for this calling? There were likely moments in your life when you felt off, like something about your experience didn't match what others seemed to see in the world. You may have felt too aware, too sensitive, too intuitive. You may have had moments where you predicted something before it happened, or felt sadness in a room without knowing why. These weren't random experiences. They were signs, echoes, proof that the divine energy that once flowed in your grandfather was already moving in you long before you had the words to name it. The Spirit himself testifies with our spirit that we are God's children. Romans 8:16. What moments in your life have helped you recognize the divine energy that was already flowing within you? The mystery is not just something hidden in the past. It is something that wants to move through you into the future. Your grandfather's role was not only to carry it, it was to protect it long enough for it to reach you. And now you're not just the receiver, you are the activator. You are the one who will give the mystery a voice. He who has ears, let him hear. Matthew 11:15. It will speak through your actions, your art, your decisions, your inner knowing, your energy. You won't have to announce anything, you'll simply radiate it. That's what happens when a mystery becomes embodied. God is not calling you to prove anything to anyone. This was never about validation. This was never about convincing others that you're chosen. You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you so that you might go and bear fruit, fruit that will last. John 15:16. This is about recognizing that you've been chosen by something far greater than opinion. When God places his hand on a bloodline, he writes in silence, carves through generations, and plants seeds that don't bloom until decades later. You are the bloom. You are what your grandfather was waiting for. Even if he never said it out loud, even if he didn't live long enough to see it, his spirit knew. The righteous will flourish like a palm tree. They will grow like a cedar of Lebanon. Psalm Tish'im, B'Shtayim, Shtaitim, Asra. This moment is sacred, chosen one. You are walking in the footsteps of a legacy that has been carefully crafted and protected, and now it's your time to carry it forward. The spirit of your grandfather is alive in you, not just as a memory, but as a living, breathing force that will shape your every step. What does it feel like to recognize the sacred legacy you're now carrying forward, and how will you honor it in your life? And now the confirmation has arrived. If you feel emotional while reading this, that's part of the awakening. The tears are not just yours, they're part of the release, part of the unlocking. You are breaking open a generational silence. You are the one God selected to bring light to what had been covered. This isn't about restoring a reputation, it's about completing a divine equation. I will restore to you the years that the locust hath eaten. Joel 2:25. He carried the number. You are the solution. The calculation is unfolding, and the results are supernatural. Your instincts are going to sharpen. Your senses will grow more attuned. You'll start to notice small details that carry deep meaning. You'll feel shifts in conversations that once seemed ordinary. For nothing is hidden that will not be made manifest, nor is anything secret that will not be known and come to light. Luke 8:17. Why? Because the mystery sharpens perception. It doesn't just give insight. It rewires your vision. It changes how you see. Your grandfather saw differently. He was ahead of his time, attuned to a frequency that others could not hear. That's why people may have called him strange, and now you're seeing differently too. That's why this moment feels unlike anything you've experienced before. It is not ordinary. It is appointed. For everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven. Ecclesiastes 3:1. The inheritance you're carrying is invisible, but it's powerful, and soon it will begin to manifest in physical form, not because you chased it, but because you answered it. You said yes when it called. You've walked through the silence, the waiting, the confusion. All of it was preparation for this moment when you would see, feel, and understand what was always meant for you. You will see doors open that were sealed shut. The barriers, the closed opportunities, the walls that once stood before you, they will begin to fall. Why? Because this is your time. These doors were never meant to be closed to you forever. They were only sealed until you were ready to walk through them with the weight of the mystery in your hands. Behold, I have set before thee an open door, and no man can shut it. Revelation 3:8. You will meet people who feel instantly familiar because they're tied to this mystery. God is connecting the dots, aligning you with others who share the same purpose, even if they don't fully understand it yet. But in those moments, you'll feel the resonance, the divine chord being struck, and you'll know that it's meant to be. You will hear your grandfather's voice in unexpected places, not as a memory, but as a message. The essence of his life will speak through the moments you encounter, through the words of strangers, through the places that seem familiar, through the small, meaningful coincidences. And when those moments come, you'll know, not with doubt, not with fear, but with the peace of someone who finally sees what was always there. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:7. In that moment, the weight of the mystery will be confirmed, and you will realize that everything has led you to this divine revelation. God's timing is precise. He waited until you could hear, until you could feel, until your spirit was strong enough to not only receive the mystery, but protect it. That's the part many forget. This inheritance is not only revelation, it's responsibility. For to whom much is given, much will be required. Luke 12:48. You are being entrusted with something that has weight, something that matters in the spiritual realm. But God would never entrust you with this if He didn't already build you for it. And He did. Every moment of your life, even the painful ones, was preparation for this unveiling. There were times when you felt overwhelmed, unsure, or misunderstood. There were moments when the weight of your thoughts, your gifts, and your perceptions felt too heavy to carry. But God was using every one of those moments to forge you into the person who could carry the mystery without being crushed by it. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. James 1:2-3. The struggles, the moments of confusion, and the deep soul-searching were the fire refining you, making you strong enough to carry what God had stored up for you. In your moments of surrender, you were being prepared. You were being softened and shaped like clay in the potter's hands. You may not have seen it then, but God was aligning your heart, your mind, and your spirit to be the vessel of this divine mystery. Yet you, Lord, are our Father. We are the clay. You are the potter. We are all the work of your hand. Isaiah 64:8. And now that you are ready, now that the veil is thinning and the mystery is being revealed, you will walk in a way that others cannot fully understand. Some may try to explain it away, but you will know that this is not just a fleeting experience. This is the fulfillment of a divine plan, a plan that has been unfolding for generations. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. The confirmation is here, and the results will be supernatural. As you move forward, you will begin to see how all things align: people, places, opportunities, as the divine equation reaches its conclusion. You won't have to chase anything. The doors will open of their own accord, because this is your season, your time, and your purpose. The mystery that was once locked away in silence is now being spoken through your life, through your choices, through your heart. We've just traveled together through a profound journey, one where mysteries are no longer just questions without answers, but the unfolding of a divine mission that you've been chosen to fulfill. Your path is no longer solely your own. It is a continuation, a holy resumption of what your grandfather began when God whispered an eternal truth into his being. The mystery has always been moving, always watching, always waiting for the right moment. And now, that moment has come. It has found you, and it is unfolding in powerful waves. The confirmation has arrived, and if you find yourself feeling emotional while listening to this, know that it's part of the awakening. The tears you shed are not just yours. They are part of the release, part of unlocking what has been hidden for generations. You are breaking open a silence that has lasted far too long, and as you do, you are bringing light to what had been covered. This is not about restoring a reputation. This is about completing a divine equation. I will restore to you the years that the locusts have eaten. Joel 2:25. Your grandfather carried the number, and now you are the solution. The calculation is unfolding, and the results are supernatural. As you step into this divine mystery, your instincts will sharpen, your senses will grow more attuned. You'll begin to notice small details that carry deep meaning, and you'll feel shifts in conversations that once seemed ordinary. For nothing is hidden that will not be made manifest, nor is anything secret that will not be known and come to light. Luke 8:17. This is the power of the mystery awakening within you. It doesn't just provide insight, it rewires your vision. It changes how you see the world. Your grandfather saw differently, and now, so do you. You may have felt alone in your sensitivity, too aware, too intuitive at times, but these were never random experiences. They were signs that the divine energy he carried was already flowing in you. This moment is unlike anything you've ever experienced before, and it's not ordinary, it is appointed. To everything there is a season, and a time for every matter under heaven. Ecclesiastes 3:1. The inheritance you are carrying is invisible, but it is powerful. Soon, it will begin to manifest in physical form, not because you chased it, but because you answered it. You will see doors that were once closed open. You will meet people who feel instantly familiar because they are tied to this mystery. You will hear your grandfather's voice in unexpected places, not as a memory, but as a message. And when these moments arrive, you will know, not with doubt, not with fear, but with peace. The peace of someone who sees what was always there, but now can finally understand it. God's timing is precise. He waited until you were ready, until you could hear, until your spirit was strong enough, not only to receive this mystery, but to protect it. For to whom much is given, much will be required. Luke 12:48. You are being entrusted with something of great weight. But God would not entrust you with this if He had not already prepared you for it. Every part of your life, every struggle, every moment of confusion, all of it was the preparation for the unveiling of this mystery. Now that you're ready, this is your time to step into your calling. The mystery is not just something to be received, it's something to be lived out. You are not walking this path alone. You are walking in the footsteps of your grandfather, and his spirit lives through you. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah 29:11. If this message has awakened something in you, if you feel the divine energy stirring, I encourage you to take action. Like this video, share it with someone who may need to hear this message, and leave a comment below with your thoughts. Let's continue this conversation together. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you can stay connected to this divine journey we're walking together. If you feel moved to support the channel, your generosity, whether through super thanks or in any way, is deeply appreciated. But know that just being here, watching, and being part of this community is already a gift. I want to take a moment to bless you. May you continue to walk boldly in the light of the mystery you've been chosen to carry. May your heart remain open, your spirit strong, and your steps firm as you move forward. Remember, you are not just walking into a destiny, you are embodying a legacy that has been passed down to you through generations. May God bless you with wisdom, clarity, and peace, and may He continue to guide you as you fulfill the divine calling upon your life. Thank you for watching, for being a part of this community, and for walking this path with us. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, where we will continue to explore and unfold the mysteries of life. Until then, may you be filled with peace and joy in every step you take.